Recently wrapped up a video series covering the worst political streamer Hasan Piker. And whenever I wrap up a series like this, I like to do a bit of a retrospective to see if anything has changed. And when it comes to our favorite lolcow Hasan, no, he hasn't changed anything despite getting massive pushback from outsiders as well as his own fans. In fact, he's done the exact same things just this past week. So I'm going to play Professor Willy and I'm going to test Hasan to see if he's improved on any of the things I've criticized him for. It's only 3 questions. Does he react to content fairly now? Has he covered news stories accurately? And has he become a little bit more self-aware? When it comes to him not abiding by fair use laws, stealing content, it's the same old story. He gets up and leaves mid-video, letting it play to the finish while he's not even there. People were originally...
Okay, guys, people say, yo, Grit made react, he's gonna make react, okay? Guys, I made non-react, okay? I don't give a fuck. People can claim credit, whatever it's due, okay? Here's my credit then. I invented no react. Okay, react less content where you stand up and you let the video play. I made that shit.
Letting it play to the finish while he's not even there. People were originally angry with me that I didn't use enough new examples of Hasan getting up while the video was still playing. Well, to the surprise of only Hasan fans, he has done this every single day since my video has come out. Not once did he pause the video when he left. He always unpaused.
Oh my god. Yo, bass and clap. Every day? Oh shit! No way!
He always unpauses it.
He's great, in other words. So,
he outdid me.
A huge victory yesterday in Argentina's presidential election.
It doesn't matter if he's reacting to the news or other people's YouTube videos. He's not putting in the minimum effort when it comes to properly following copyright law. His own fans are making fun of him, saying, Chair Camp, calling everyone a horrible person who calls him out for it.
Chair Camp, I love seeing Chair. There's gonna be a lot of like weird trolls that come in here today and just like repeat stuff that I've said as though it's an own. Because they're just objectively bad people in general.
Failed, but I'm sure he'll pass the next question.
Oh my god, he's crying! What a f***ing bitch!
This guy's insane. Almost as insane as being able to turn your room into a plant.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
And relaxation. The Galaxy Lamp. Go /Willy Max Show to get your Galaxy Projector 2.0 and take advantage of the grandest sale of the year. Thank you, Galaxy Lamps, for sponsoring this video.
Champ. Okay, I still consider Hasan a friend, okay? And I don't endorse this video. I'm just watching it because it's entertaining, but I'm not gonna shit on them for no reason. If the points are fucking valid, then they're not.
It's so hard to be an ally sometimes.
Hasan and I's debates centered around his poor news coverage where he jumps wildly to conclusions before getting the full story, and then never apologizing or correcting the story when he's wrong. Instead, he shifts the goalpost. He's done this multiple times with Ukraine, Iran, Israel. I've uploaded 2 other videos covering this in detail if you want to catch up. Point is, he's done it again. He couldn't go 1 week without misreporting a story. On Twitter, a video went viral, 8 million views, showing a Palestinian kid get yelled at by Israeli police. The tweet was captioned, Ahmad was kidnapped 8 years ago when he was only 13 years old. This leaked video shows Israeli officers interrogating him. This is how Israelis treat Palestinian children. Israel kidnapped over 880 Palestinian children in 2023 only. Hasan would immediately quote tweet this saying, indefensible monsters, getting another 5 million views and over 75,000 likes. Now Hasan just made it seem like Israel kidnapped this kid for no reason. They're monsters. But if you just take 2 seconds and Google his name, you'll see that he was running around holding knives with his 15-year-old cousin. His cousin stabbed a 13-year-old Israeli boy and another 21-year-old before getting shot by a dude he also tried to stab. The boy in the video was then stopped after getting hit by a car. That is not the same as this kid getting kidnapped by the IDF. He was arrested and convicted for attempted murder. He's on video doing it. Hasan doesn't care to add any of that crucial context because the truth does not matter to him. May I remind you, this is the same guy who says he does a better job at reporting than most news outlets.
I am not held up by the same journalistic standards, even though I think I do a much better job than most other news outlets in general.
I responded to him with, amazing journalism, Hasan. And his response to me is exactly what I've been criticizing him for. He demonizes me, moves the goalpost, and then continues to get the story wrong. You think it's okay to torture and extract a confession out of a 13-year-old? You depraved freak? He's making it sound like I love torturing kids. The torture Hasan is referring to is the cops threatening and insulting the kid during the interrogation. It's in his own linked source. As for the extracted confession, again, again, he did do it. It's on camera. Hasan continues, do you know anything about this case? He was run over by a car before this. No, he was run over by a car after he was an accomplice in stabbing 2 people. You don't know anything about
Guys, fuck, man. Guys, hold up. Chat, this one is tough because, hold up. I'm not gonna be defending the devil's advocate or anything. I'm just gonna say something that, guys, because I watch a lot of police shit, a crazy amount, chat. I watch interrogations all the fucking time, okay? Guys, either fortunately or unfortunately, whatever your stance is on this, okay? Even people that are school shooters, okay, that have killed multiple people, when they go down to the police station, they're treated fairly, and they're given a due process, like anybody who's done anything. When they're in police custody, they are safe, and they're not given dog shit or treated like that. They're treated with standards and through protocol. And when things aren't done fairly, it's really bad. And I gotta say it. Guys, I'm gonna be the one to say it, okay? This could be Santa Claus and Rudolph. This could be a Horde Alliance. This could be whatever the fuck. I don't care what a party or country or whatever this is, okay? This is it's a stabbing of one person to another, okay, which is really bad, okay? And when down at the police station, they should be given a due process, okay? I think that's just fair. It's just how things are done. At least in most countries, they're given a due process. So I don't know how I feel about this take. I understand you did something really bad. Yeah. So I don't know what happens in the video when they seem to be yelled at him and shit like that, and the kid seems to be distraught, but I don't know.
He's making it sound like I love torturing kids. The torture Hasan is referring to is the cops threatening and insulting the kid during the interrogation. It's in his own linked source. As for the extracted confession, again, he did do it. It's on camera. Hasan continues,
Guys, listen, I call it due process because yes, he did something really bad, but it's a child. If you get a confession or something like that, while yelling and shit, and while you're doing a lot of things, and they look distraught, brother, the testimony and what is being said might just be thrown out. In an actual court, in a legitimate court process, okay, if that came out, it could be literally thrown out, and the kid could have more defense points in his defense, 100%, because that is not the way to process a suspect. It is not the way to, especially not a child, okay? Especially not a child, at least in America, or the most countries that I know of. I mean, that goes to true. Bro, this doesn't happen. Bro, I've watched literally hundreds of hours of interrogations of people who've done outrageous things, including mass murder. I've watched a good amount of mass murderers that are being interrogated, and they don't get yelled at. They don't get, especially when there's show sign that they're in distress. I understand this kid did something really bad, okay? But in the eyes of the law, and in the eyes of a process, and in the eyes of a protocol, I mean, he looks distraught and is a child. They're not doing it right. Sorry to tell you.
It's in his own linked source. As for the extracted confession, again, he did do it. It's on camera. Hasan continues, do you know anything about this case? He was run over by a car before this. No, he was run over by a car after he was an accomplice in stabbing 2 people. You don't know anything about this case. He then says his 15-year-old cousin who...
Because you're acting in hindsight. If this was a case where the thing was actually wrong and they got the story wrong, right? You would be up in arms about canceling them and being upset that they're yelling at somebody who's ended up being innocent as a child. You would 100% be wilding the fuck out on the internet if it was end up being, you say, but dude, but it ended up being true. You're acting in hindsight when information after the fact. After the fact. You don't know how the interrogation went. You don't know what they got out of it. You don't know anything.
who stabbed
These
two
are
people was
complicated
shot dead
processes.
on the spot. But again, if you just watch the video, the 15-year-old ran at and tried to stab a third person who then shot him. I would show you the video, but YouTube won't allow it. It is easy enough to Google for yourself. Not a single sentence of this tweet was right. Hasan would then go on stream and rewrite history, framing everyone as toddler murderers.
What's important here is to understand that the position that they're taking is to violently torture toddlers.
I'm not wrong, bro. Hey, bro. Apparently somebody in chat says that the kid was screaming, I don't remember. If you have a child in interrogation at that age, 13, it said, and you're screaming something, and the guy says, I don't remember, you keep screaming at it, right? Brother, that is not how these processes work, man. That's not how that works, man. Like, what is wrong with you?
For crimes that they are either suspected of doing or sometimes openly not even convicted of doing.
This guy is talking about Ahmed, who is convicted and guilty on every level. But if you believe that
That is after the fact. This is after the fact. Oh my God.
Guilty on every level. But if you believe that objective truth, you're a toddler murderer.
Your expectation should not be that, like, these are perfect victims. Your expectation should be to abide by at least some standards that show a semblance of morality when incarcerating a 13-year-old.
It's not. Brother, the legal conclusion of all of this is after the fact of the interrogation. Yes, it is. You are wrong. Yes, it is.
Palestinian, I don't know what the fuck's going on there. But it is very shocking to me that, like, these guys will literally take any position they can because they probably think, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
You don't.
And this makes it seem like Ahmad Manazra was, like, completely f***ing living his life and then that was just, like, ripped off the streets or something. I guess that's the reason.
Oh my God, he's learning. Yes, you misreported the story. That's the...
Yeah, I'm sorry, chat, guys. I was gonna cook Hasan in this video, okay, if it was gonna be fair, but I gotta miss. This guy is really, guys, he's brainless. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. This guy doesn't know how this guy has no idea how legal processes work. He has no idea how that works. He's completely clueless. Sorry, I said it. Okay, listen to me very carefully, okay? Even with video evidence, okay? Crime happens and is reported, okay? Then, okay, let's say crime, conviction, okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the video looks like, what it seems to be like, okay? Until they are convicted of something, they are innocent, okay? Even if they have a video, okay? If the video ended up being wrong, that it was somebody else, and it was his brother, and they get it wrong, and they get a video, so this part is called investigation. If the video that they see ends up being wrong, which we've proven not wrong when they're convicted, okay? So they'll present their evidence, and then they're gonna debate this in courts, right? And then he'll be convicted. As far as they can tell, in the eyes of the law, it's not him. It's not proven to be him. It's just a video. It's just evidence and discovery. It's just a video. That's just how it works. Legally, right? They can't treat him like he's been convicted at the time of investigation like that. Yeah, you can't act like that. In the eyes of the law, he's still a suspect. Suspect aren't treated like people who are convicted. That, guys, it's why there's a process. Because if they treat him like this and they do that, right, at the time of investigation, ended up being wrong, they are fucked. It is GG. Some people that have done terrible things, people that possibly have done possible mass murder might get away scot-free. Actually, they will walk away and they will get free kills back in society because you're acting in this manner. Stupid. Stop being so fucking dumb.
The point, he's finally getting it. Progress.
I suspect he didn't fucking know the full details and saw something on Reddit and thought, oh, this is a good opportunity to strike.
You don't know the full details.
Without, like, reading up on it again. Or even if now he's read up on it, he probably can still try and justify it by being like, look at the video, he's running around with a knife. A 13-year-old under no circumstances should be put under this condition, okay? There's no world in which this is appropriate or acceptable.
If he wants to have the
Guys, people saying it's not America, oh my god, dude, you're like the same guy who like watches like underage weird fucking anime shit, and you say, well, it's 13 legal in Japan, lol W. It's the same type of argument. You're fucking weird as bricks, man. Shut the fuck up.
opinion that you shouldn't be able to imprison 13-year-olds, okay, fine. But just look at how he shifted the goalpost throughout this entire conversation. It starts off with the IDF are monsters for kidnapping this 13-year-old for no reason. When called out, he demonizes me by implying that I like it when 13-year-olds get tortured. He then says the cousin was shot on the spot, leaving out the details that he was trying to stab a third person. He then calls everyone toddler murder.
I mean, yeah, he's still right about everything else, though. Yeah, guys, he's still right about everything else, though. I mean, I'm not gonna cook that. Guys, I'm not being in point of defense. I just think that people don't get how that works. You're just weird.
Just for thinking these kids are guilty, which
but
they
he's right
are.
about this.
The position that they're taking is to violently torture toddlers.
And then when he finally gets on stream, the argument becomes, well, they did do it, but 13-year-olds shouldn't serve 9 years. Oh, and Willie's a drama farmer, so it doesn't matter if I'm wrong.
The reason why I'm bringing this up, though, is because while this dipshit doesn't have any real politics associated with it and is just simply trying to drama bait and drama farm, there are, however, plenty of people who do legitimately have a political ideological position.
Hold on. If you actually cared about any of the news you covered, you would get it right the first time. You wouldn't leave out all these crucial details. Don't pretend like you care when you really don't. Hasan admitting he's a propagandist isn't a meme at this point, because that's what he's actually doing, misrepresenting stories to support his worldview.
Just like I do propaganda.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no,
for the record.
But Hasan doesn't only get...
Chat, imagine a world chat where you act like this, okay? You scream a teenager like this, you scream at it, right? And you do this shit, right? And they don't know, they don't know, okay? And they end up incriminating themselves, right? Because you're yelling at them. And now you have somebody who's like gonna go to prison for fucking ever, right? And oh my bad, dude. We acted like a bunch of dumb fucks. We didn't follow due process, and we did poorly. This guy's been in jail for 20 years. My bad, bro. It is what it is. Lol W. No, you'd be mad about that. You would lose your shit if that happened. Okay? It's why these processes act. It's why they are set in stone the way that they are for these things to avoid these things, man. So treat somebody who's convicted when they're convicted. Treat them innocently until they're convicted. It's that simple. How hard is that? How hard is that?
Get geopolitical news wrong. He's so incompetent he can't even get YouTube drama right. Let's detour. Pokimane came under fire when she launched her newly made Mina cookies. This happened because she acted like she was in a lab crafting these for 2 years.
I'm so excited that I finally can. Like, I can't believe I'm uttering these words. I have been working on launching a brand / company / product for the last 2 years. Imagine 2 years of not being able to share that,
when in reality is the exact same ingredients as another brand, showing that it was most likely a white labeled product. She also marketed it as a health food because there is extra vitamin D, but there is nowhere near enough vitamin D to supplement a vitamin deficiency like she claims.
like, it was just an idea in my mind. I had no idea if it was possible, but she made it happen. We have infused vitamin D. If you are like me, you might have a vitamin D deficiency. I know I have for a very long time. Anytime I get my blood work done, that's always top of the list. I'm always trying to take vitamin D supplements. The fact that we can make a delicious, healthy snack and it has functional benefits like vitamin D,
And by the way, the nutritional facts, these are the exact same cookies.
Chat, I never really understood this fact, chat. I mean, why not put it like if it's this little, I'm not.
The only difference is 3 micrograms of vitamin D. Now this is where I get a little bit upset. You have to eat 7 cookies to get 120 IUs of vitamin D every single day. In my opinion, that is not an efficacious dose of vitamin D, and therefore it should not be used to market product.
Pokimane would sell these in packs of 4 for $28, breaking down to $7 a pack, which I think is a pretty hefty price for...
I mean, this guy then should go against like 95%, 98% of the products out there. I mean, they're all fucking marketed in a certain way that isn't like 1-to-1 to what it is. I mean,
repackaged cookies, but Pokey would laugh at everyone for saying so.
like, oh my god, $28.
I'm not defending it. I mean, you're right. You are right. You are right. You are right. I even had the same thing. Yeah, you're right, dude. It's not a lot of vitamins. You shouldn't say that it's healthy for just a little vitamins. I get it, but like, it's just, bro,
Just for cookies?
It's just what people do.
It's 4 bags. That's 7.
It's not like an
$7
indefensible crime or some shit.
No, I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so.
Which is a hilarious response, and she said this in her launch video.
I don't really come out with many things. I haven't even had merch in like years. I don't want you guys spending your money on something unless it's really, really worth your money. I don't like to promote very many things for that reason. So I really hope it's something that you guys will love just as much as I love it.
They don't.
She would also be called a hypocrite because she criticized creators in the past for using the same rhetoric. Invader V called her viewers broke for not subbing to her for $5.
Doesn't matter how broke you are. If you have time to watch Twitch, you have $10, truly. If you don't have $10, you probably don't have time to watch Twitch because you should be working. You should be trying to earn money. It's not a ton. It's not like a ton of money.
Pokey would reply, if $5 is an irrelevant amount of money, then
it's a shit take, guys. It's not base. It's a shit take. Okay? You can call people broke, which is dumb. They shouldn't do it. But you can call people broke and have and be against that take. I think they're both not mutually exclusive.
Then she shouldn't need the $5 from your subscription. If she argues that it adds up when multiple people give her $5, then she should.
You guys saying says you means you're not even understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying calling somebody broke and having her take are two different things. She's literally saying, "Oh, like you're broke if you don't give me money." That's completely different. That's a completely different fucking thing.
Then she shouldn't need the $5 from your subscription. If she argues that it adds up when multiple people give her $5, then she should realize it works the same way when it comes to saving. Get these shitty takes off of my timeline and off of my streaming platform. Pokey is objectively wrong in this situation. She's falsely advertised the product in multiple ways, she's charging a lot of money for it, and she's hypocritically calling her audience broke for not buying it. It is a slam dunk case. How could you possibly screw up covering this story?
Points, yeah.
Well, Hasan finds a way. Charlie made a video saying pretty much the exact same thing I told you, and Hasan, while reacting to it, implied that you would only have that opinion because she's a woman. But first, of course, he has to leave while the video is still playing.
The chance that you have.
Guys, how am I spineless? Bro, you're missing the point, man. Listen, it's that, yes, it's wrong, and he's running a lot of points, but how wrong is it? I mean...
First, of course, he has to leave while the video is still playing.
The chance that you have... My brain is scrambled. What happened?
So after missing all the context of Charlie's video, he comes back and says this. When Pokey calls everyone broke.
The big mistake here...
Guys, I'm not even moving to LA. What is wrong with you guys? I was possibly going to move to LA, but I'm more set on moving somewhere else. I'm not going to tell you where, but I'm...
Is that she thought that she could be a woman online and then also come across as not super serious in this very
Oh, hold on. That's my name in chat. Let's see what this guy says in chat.
Come across as not super serious.
Those are the same shit. True.
In this very important moment. Even if you're fucking joking, even if you're fucking making a meme like, oh, broke boys or whatever, one that I've made a million times over. Tensions are high. People are looking for drama. They're going to fucking cut this as though you are 100% genuine and you're going, yeah, you're poor shape.
Okay, now it sounds wrong. It sounds wrong and Pokey is wrong. You wanna know why? Because it's a joke that you can't make, unfortunately, when you take high road stances against people who make those jokes before consistently take the high road. That's how it works. If you take the high ground, it means you are now unable to have those takes and say those jokes. That's how it is. Just don't do it. It is what it is. Otherwise, you cannot take the high road without being hypocrites.
She's not joking. She's unironically mad that people have a problem with the price tag. If you watch the full context of her stream, it's clear she's not joking, but it's Hasan. Zero research Hasan. Just makes things up.
This is literally a core joke to XQC's entire platform. Exactly. Here's who's doing it. Pokemon. She's not allowed to do it.
I don't even say this, though.
The other thing about how unhinged haters are in this case is how I doubt that the deep dive in the cookies would have been even...
Guys, broke jokes aren't give me money jokes. They're not the same. They are not the same jokes. Guys, saying you're broke isn't you're broke because you're not giving me money. Give me money. It's not the same thing.
Happening if it was a different content creator doing it. No, exactly. That's the point.
Hasan saying XQC would get away with this, again, just shows how much he talks out of his ass. Charlie would debunk Hasan's point immediately on stream.
Hasan said if XQC said that to his community was broke, nobody would say a thing, so Pokey is a victim, I guess. Did Hasan really say that? Because every time XQC brings up money, Twitter eats him alive the same way, if not worse than Pokey.
Charlie's 100% right here. XQC gets grilled constantly for bringing up money. It's ridiculous to imply sexism is at play when it comes to Pokey. Hasan's ignorance on this topic.
Dude, now that he glazed me, guys, now that he's being nice, guys, he's only wrong about this one part in the video. The rest is all true. All right, just making sure.
Can be summed up with one clip.
I think this whole, like, look, her own community has brought up valid concerns about the cookie gate and the cookie prices, and she's yelling at them is silly. That's not what happened.
Then what happened?
I don't even know what happened, but I know that's not what happened.
Cool. On the ground.
We can see where the target is at, right? By subtracting where it isn't from where it is. Whatever. John, remember that fucking video?
Hasan Piker at work. This is the same criticism I brought up to Hasan in our debate.
You not watching my videos is the same level of reporting that you give Israel and Gaza. It's the same level of reporting that you give Ukraine.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you think
minimum effort in, and just
you are revealing, revealing how stupid you are by claiming that watching a YouTube video is the same as like reading news reports and talking to on-the-ground journalists and forensic analysts.
No, I'm not. I'm saying you won't even do the bare minimum, and you won't even do it for a drama video.
I'm losing my fucking mind.
If Hasan can't accurately navigate a simple and straightforward drama about cookies, do you think he's capable of navigating these complex geopolitical issues? No, of course not. He's making stuff up all the same. And since it's about breaking news, his misreporting...
Chat, it's why I don't comment on news videos. Guys, you know this already, chat. I just watch them. Literally, I don't have any takes. Want to know why? Because 9% of the time, they're wrong in every way. This is like, yo, dude, this is a missile in Ukraine last night. And it's a missile in a fucking video game in 2007 and in fucking offline lobby. Like, bro, you can't, like, it's just how it is. I don't.
It leads to people getting radicalized and him labeling people as drama farmers who correct them. It's embarrassing.
It's shocking, I guess, more so to me that this is like a farming operation that works.
When he says this, he's just self-reporting as a full-on lolcow. If you want people to stop farming you, you have to stop misreporting stories. You have all the power in this situation, but he can't because he's unaware of his lolcow ways. Fresh milk from Willie's Drama Farm in Piker City, USA. Buy a hat. It's a real hat at williemaxshop.com. Link in the description. Comes with extra vitamin D. I give it an A+. There is just zero accountability with this guy when it comes to covering the news. Hasan Piker, F.
It's illegal drugs.
Dude, this guy is such a fucking idiot, dude. One, you're black.
Hasan has been misreporting stories going on 2 years now, and his Twitch audience has been dwindling because of it.
Oh, please. Okay, that's also wrong. Okay, hold up. The live stream market has been going just slightly down. It's a COVID fucking re-up. Okay, people have seen the live content and shit like that. Guys, the trends are a little bit down. It is what it is.
Due to his demonization of other people for having different points of view, he lost his biggest avenue to new viewers, being the Leftover podcast.
People are saying rip leftovers. Yeah, probably. The whole fucking thing was such a disappointment.
Guys, Hasan had the elections to fucking milk. He had the fucking content juiced up. There's a lot of things happening politically, okay? Of course, views are up when there's Ukraine. And right before that, there's the elections and there's shit. Of course, news channels are popping the fuck off, okay? And now that things are a little bit slower, I mean, I hate to use the word slow when it comes out to fucking war and shit, because it's like, it sounds really dumb, but...
Meaning, horrible experience, how it ended. I just know the stuff that people were saying about me was just bananas. Yeah, I don't know. Not worth it. It's just not worth it.
He's now had so many streamers and YouTubers laugh at his poor coverage that his number is only going to keep dropping. And he's so desperate that he's resorting to criticizing his competitors for not jumping to conclusions.
Every time I see clips of Destiny, it's always like very confident, but also confidently unsure. But because he's like channeling State Department propaganda, it oftentimes is just left unnoticed. Like people don't look at it and go, wait, what do you mean? You're not really sure? Okay, well, how about you get sure?
Bro, I wish you were more unsure. The problem is you are way too sure. Hasan is so painfully unaware that he does this.
I think I have the exact opposite problem where I am...
Guys, I should have these takes. I don't know why. Guys, hold up. Guys, how many times have I told you guys this? In my opinion, in the seek for truth, okay, if you cause damage, okay, it's always going to be more than whatever the truth gives you, okay? Whatever piece you're getting, whatever good things you're getting from the truth, and when you finally get it, the damage you've caused on your way there wasn't worth it. Okay, so having like early takes that makes everybody look bad, put blood on their hands, makes everybody like it fucks them over. It's just not worth it. It's always better to just chill and say fucking nothing. And that doesn't make you a hindsight Andy. It makes you somebody who's not wrong.
Grossly aware of the lack of knowledge that I have on a particular matter, because there's so much. Always, there's so much more to learn. So I don't have that same level of confidence. IDF didn't bomb the hospital? Yes, it did! Yes, it did! Attack on U.S. consulate in Iran happening now? False flag. 100%. MEK false flag. When I say MEK, I just mean CIA. I said MEK, but I mean CIA.
Yes, you do have that same ignorant level of confidence. That's why you're always getting called out for being wrong. Saying, I don't know, I need to look into it first is a commendable trait, and people like Hasan should adopt that. Failed, 0% self-awareness, 0% on the test. Hasan is not going to change, and I don't expect him to, but I do think there's value in pointing out how frequently he gets stuff wrong. He couldn't go a week. He couldn't cover cookies. That being said, I'm moving on from Hasan. I'm sick of covering his fake news and his fake laugh. I just want to make videos on something fresher, at least until he screws up the next major geopolitical issue. I will be talking to Destiny at some point on his stream, just trying to wrap up some odds and ends that didn't make it in my videos. Until then, subscribe to the channel and be sure to check out Galaxy Lamps. Also, shout out to the homies over on Patreon. Phoebes, Crimson Glass, Riveter, Christina Vina, Mac Monkey, Drink.
Guys, did you guys spam Destiny? You guys spammed him, didn't you, motherfucker?
What?
Bro, did people spam you or what?
Oh, people spammed me like 20 minutes ago, and they were saying things like X is asking questions for you or something. I don't know what it was. I just find it. Yeah. What's up?
Oh, I was doing a video about like the hypocrisy of Hasan or something like that, and I didn't agree with one take, and chat was mauling him. I was disagreeing with them because I didn't think the kid who did some alleged stabbing or something like that, or like shit, right? I told them that I don't think they're handling it well, right? And they're not doing the due process of a normal pursuit with a suspect. I thought it was bad the way they're doing it. I just called that and people said you're wrong.
Wait, hold on. The way that who's bad with doing what? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out.
The police is like interrogating the kid. I thought that even if he did it, like at like 99%, right? Until proven guilty, I mean, he's innocent, right? So I thought like treating him that way was just bad. Thoughts?
Well, don't we? I mean, what do you think? Like shouting at him was treating him bad, or what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, somebody in chat said that they were shouting a question, and he kept saying like he doesn't know, and then I saw him like hitting himself or something like that, right? Which just shows like it is in distress. I feel like that's not like after watching it, as what I told them is that I watched hundreds of hours of interrogations, even with mass murderers, and they're not treated like that. They're given like a normal interrogation process.
I think I would have to see the entire process to see if I disagree, but a normal interrogation process is going to be different because the ones that you see on YouTube, these are when the interrogators are trying to like very craftily navigate a conversation to figure out information that the other person doesn't want you to know. But for the interrogation of that kid, I think I don't even know what they were interrogating him for. They'd already seen like everything on video, right? I think they saw this kid stab a couple people and then was like fleeing the police. So it's not like they had much to interrogate him for. I don't know what they were screaming at him for. But
I mean, yeah, understood. Mm-hmm. But if they're still asking him a question, right? And my take on that was like, I think there's a reason why processes go the way that they do, right? And then if what you don't want is somebody to be distressed in a way that they just sprout something, end up incriminating themselves. If you can avoid it, right? So like on top of it being of young age, what if the video, right, ended up being wrong? What if it was like, because up to that point, it wasn't proven to be what it is exactly, right? They still have to do the whole process and the whole court proceeding, where they validate the video, they
Sure, just as a real quick thing. One, I don't know what the court proceedings look like, because if these are in occupied territories, I don't think they go through ordinary courts, which is a whole separate conversation. Secondly, a lot of people are saying that kid didn't stab anybody. It was his cousin, so I don't know all the 100% of the underlying facts, just to be clear. Sorry, my understanding is that something clear was caught on video, but I haven't seen other things about this. If you're arguing that like the way that they're treating him is poorly, or that the process that they're going through is suboptimal for getting either a confession, a conviction, or just for due process or whatever, those are fine arguments to make. I don't even know if I necessarily disagree with them. But I think Willie Mack's issue with Hasan in this particular thing was taking one clip of a video, making an assumption that there's no evidence whatsoever, and then going all the way to like Israelis want to like torture toddlers or something.
Exactly. So I said. I said the guy was wrong on that one part, at one point that was talking about, and the rest was all fine. That's what I said. I quite literally said it was this one point, and the rest was fine. I said that already. Okay, fair enough. Then I'm fine. Yeah, because what I was trying to tell them, right, is that imagine you're putting yourself in a situation where you have like a teenager or a child that's being interrogated, and then they're fucking yelling at him, and he shows distress and he wants to get out of it, right? And of course they're young. I mean, they can't really make proper choices. End up saying some dumb shit, and they get convicted on what they said when they were under distress like that. I mean, that's just really stupid. Like, I don't think you want people to like incriminate themselves with something that they didn't do if it ends up being proven that they didn't do it. That's why it's called innocent until proven guilty. That was my take on it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I disagree with you in principle. I just don't know the specifics of this case to know how I would apply it here. But I don't disagree with you in principle, yeah.
Fair enough. Good then.
Good job.
Well, I mean, bro, yeah, it's okay. Fair enough. Guys, I was just making sure that I don't sound like a fucking Hasan defender for no reason, or dumbass, or like being on the one side, like whatever. That was my only point. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with it. Okay, that's it. Anyway.
Okay. You don't have to do like. Be careful when you say like I don't want to be like a Hasan defender. Don't ever fall into the trap of like when somebody's like stupid or wrong or you don't like them that you take the opposite position.
Oh no, I don't do that.
That's not wrong about everything.
No.
Right? So it's
it was a Hasan defender for no reason. As in like I don't want to be like I don't want to be labeled as like an always like an instant Hasan defender, right? When there's no reason for it, because sometimes it's annoying to be because the reason why I talk like that is that my chat, I could say a singular thing about a process of any kind, and the chat will say, defend it, lol, defend it, lol, defend it, lol, defender, lol, defender, lol. They always do that shit. Every fucking, it's insane. Like, a process can be done really poorly on one end, and I just go, oh wow, that was really fucking bad. Defend it, lol, defend it, lol, defend it, lol. It's like really shitty. Like this like 10-year-old fucking mentality.
Yeah, I agree. It's annoying. It's similar to like cope, right? If you say anything, sometimes you're like coping. It's like okay, well, yeah. But hey, listen, that's the beast that is stream chat, right?
Yeah, because a lot of times, like, brother, it's like when I called out the dumbasses on Twitter about how they process all the information about Dream. It was like, defend him. I'm not defending him. I'm going against the process and against the arguments that are out there overall. That's all I did. But I'm not defending anybody. Does that make sense? And how do you overall go in public and label? How do you portray yourself to avoid the sort of weird pushback when you're talking about things rationally?
Can we ground this in an example? What do you mean?
Okay.
Like, how do I? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I mean, here's what I was talking about. Okay. The main point people were saying, okay, is Dream did this. Okay. So Dream did something. Okay. So then, he shows a video of some other guy doing dumb shit. Okay. Since I don't know what Dream did, I look into it and I can't really tell what the fuck is going on, right? I look at my Twitter and I see the person doing dumb shit and he's being excused for his dumb shit because of some really dumb fucking brain dead arguments. Like, he's under Dream's supervision. The guy was 20 years old, okay? And I said, like, brother, I don't know if you guys ever go outside, but like, that's not, if you go out with somebody, oh, he's 90, my bad. Okay, you go with some buddies, and you're not supervising a fucking grown fucking adult. Okay, you want to make the decision, okay, to do underage drinking or doing illegally, bro. That's their fucking thing. I'm not the supervisor. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, if we're all 20, 21, and this guy's 20 and wants to go and was it, sir, you are not allowed to drink illegally. I will not stand for this behavior. Go home. I will call the cops. Not a singular human has ever done that, unless they're like really young and shit. It's just not what we do. Unless I'm wrong about this. I just thought.
Okay, let's get through. I understand this. Okay, what about this?
Anyway, so I was just saying that the argument that like that they're pushing, like how they're defending this guy was really fucking brain dead. How they're defending this dumb guy, this gumball guy, I think was his name, and they're saying, oh, he's he's drunk. He can say as much slurs as he wants to, and I was like, that's really dumb. And what they said is instead of like saying, oh wow, you're right, this is really dumb. They're saying, oh dude, lol, defending dream. I was like, yo guys, like. This has nothing to do with the defending dream. I'm attacking the criticism of this fucking dumbass. It has nothing to do with it. So how do you navigate making public statements to avoid getting the label of being somebody's defender without defending them? How?
So I think that what you have to do is, so this is what I would say, but this is a really hard thing to do, is you have to establish like a long line of credibility and kind of be able to point back to that. And if you have integrity, then you can hopefully point back to examples that contradict whatever people are accusing you of doing.
Okay.
So if somebody says like, let's say like somebody gives a take that I super disagree with. Let's say Hasan gives a take that I super disagree with. I'm like, oh, like obviously this is like really dumb. And so he's like, oh, you're just saying it because Hasan said it. Well, I can point back and say, well, when Hasan said this or that, I defended Hasan on this. I thought that was fine. And when my friend, David Packman or I don't know, some shit like that, when he said this, I disagree with him here, so that's fine. I think after time, you'll establish credibility within your community and the communities immediately surrounding you. But with outside communities, your fans have to fight that fight. You can't do that. If some random person comes by and like, oh, it's just a dream dick suck, like fuck this guy, you have no access to that person's mind and you can't set or establish any credibility of that person. You just have to hope that your fans fight those fights for you in the trenches. But yeah,
that's tough. That's tough because if that person has more haters than you have backers, that fight you lose it every time. Because like if there's more,
if that person has more haters than you have backers, what?
Yeah. Like if you have less fans in density, right, that know about you and how you do things, compared to the amount of haters of somebody else, when that fight publicly in the comments or in the response, you will lose that fight 100%. Like,
I mean, not 100%, but yeah, the deck is stacked against you for sure, of course. Yeah, people can make up lies about you and set false narratives and never show your stuff on their stream to clarify, and then, yeah, make people think things about you that aren't real. And if they're significantly larger than you in size, it's hard to counteract that. But if the truth is on your side and you're doing well and you've armed your fans well by making clear statements and there's clear things to link back to, this is why I started doing manifestos, right? I think that type of stuff can help to establish a track record, but it's challenging. I'm not saying any of this is easy. This is all stuff that you've got to like actively and dynamically fight against. Yeah, it's really difficult.
Fair enough.